Shalom, first and foremost, we give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakwadash. Double honors to Elder GMS Rule Well. Peace, salutations, Shalom.
On the 4th of March 1789, the United States Constitution went into effect when the first US Congress came together to meet for the first time. However, the Congress was unable to actually vote on anything until the first week of April because it didn't have the necessary number of members to be quorate. The Congress met in New York City, but the 18th century's slow forms of transport meant that many of the members didn't arrive on time for the opening session. The grueling journey on horseback, or by stagecoach or sailing ship, meant that the House of Representatives didn't reach quorum until the 1st of April, while the Senate was delayed until the 6th. It was only then, after the Houses met in a joint session to count the Electoral College votes, that they were able to certify that George Washington had been elected president, with John Adams as the vice president. In line with the Constitution, Adams became president of the Senate, while Frederick Muhlenberg of Pennsylvania was elected Speaker of the House. He was later to become the first to sign the Bill of Rights, which in turn became the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. Representative James Madison had presented the bill on the 8th of June, and after 3 months of discussion, 12 articles were approved by Congress on the 25th of September. 10 of these, Articles 3 to 12, were ratified 2 years later and became the Bill of Rights on the 15th of December 1791. March the 4th, meanwhile, continued to be a significant date for Congress until the 20th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified in 1933, which set the date of the 3rd of January as the first day for Congresses to meet.
So on this day, this is when the prophecy was fulfilled. This was a major part of this beast going into effect. And specifically, this is Revelations 13 and verse 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. I'll probably do a video on 14 later, because the image of the beast is New World Order system. So might do a video because that's kind of hot right now. But Salakia, I'll start from the top. And he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Now the verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and caused that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So the image of the beast is this new world order system, and how it speaks through Congress and the Senate. So this is historically a a major prophecy that's happening on this date. So the Senate starts to come into power, and the New World, the NWO, the New World Order, the secret societies, these these Senates and Congress, they get their orders from secret societies. You have corporate lobbyists who will pay certain congressmen, congresswomen to pass certain laws. But these corporate lobbyists, believe it, you better believe they are part of the NWO, the New World Order, and part of these secret societies. So there you have these secret societies who are paying Congress to pass laws. You know, so that's what's going on. They pass laws in the interest of the corporations, this NWO, and of the elite. That's what they're doing. So this is a major prophecy that's happened. And now it goes over here in Revelations 13:11, and it reads as Revelation 13:11, and I behold, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. So now, what is this talking about? It connects over here with Revelations 13 and 15. So America emerges. That deadly wound is healed. It was in Rome. It was taken down, and it was healed because this is Rome all over again. So reading on, or it's like you're not reading on, reading from the top again. And I beheld another beast, which is America, coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns. Now the two horns, what is this talking about? Your plebeians and patricians. You had that in the Rome. You had the Romans. They had a senate as well. Actually, the Greeks they had it as well, and the Romans they had a senate. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say I'm 99.9% sure Julius Caesar was killed at a congressional meeting or a Congress meeting. He was actually killed in front of them. I know it was a whole bunch of Edomites and politicians, but I'm not 100% sure if it was a Congress. But I know he was killed in front of a whole bunch of politicians and stuff like that. They basically set him up. So those you are plebeians and patrician and not modern day in America has Democrats and Republicans. And so it says, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Now, spake as a dragon, how? Because you got your Democrats and your Republicans. They both speaking. As you have what is it called? It's Nancy Pelosi is referred to as the Speaker of the House. Now, you have sometimes you have conflicts of interest in the elite. So some of the stuff that you see is actually fake. Some of the stuff is actually really played out stuff. You know, the elite aren't all on the same page of how they want to rule America. And there's some elites that think we should go to another planet. Some elites like, nah, we ain't gonna be able to. We need to make underground bunkers. Some elites have different ideas of how they're going to beat Yahweh Shai. So you have some conflicts between the elite. So every issue you see between politicians is in the news. It's not always fake. You had the the guy on the $10 bill, Hamilton. He wasn't a president. I forget, either he killed somebody or another politician killed him, because I think he was a treasure secretary of treasury, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to get into that, but you have beef between politicians. You have JFK was killed, smoked out, but guess what? He was part of that NWO. All right, reading back on to Revelation 13:11, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Now, that word for dragon also uh, is synonymous with serpent. And how does a serpent speak? The serpent spoke very, very cunningly to Eve. That's how the serpent was able to get Eve to taste of the fruit of the forbidden tree, which was astrology, which we'll say that for another day. Don't get lost in the confusion. But that's how the serpent, beguiled Eve through subtlety. That fork-tongued devil, spake as a dragon. It sound good. The stuff that the Senate and the Congress be saying, it sound good. It's very cunningly. That's how it speaks as a serpent. A serpent is very sly. Oh, this is the Affordable Care Act, and then you read through it, and it's not affordable. So it's very cunningly. It sounds good. You know, you go through other places in that I show societies that are not Americanized. When when their politicians meet, their parliaments or whatever, it's not this game of cat and mouse how it is like it is here in America. You have filibusters where they could just talk forever as long as they want to. You have uh they'll have a bill. Sometimes the bill could be like 1,000 pages in that motherfucker with all provisions about the law that they're trying to pass. Ain't nobody, all those congressmen and congresswomen and are not reading that. So people just reject stuff, toss it back, add something in, take something out. Everybody counter proposal. So they end up passing stuff that nobody even knows what the hell's going on. Just complete confusion. So that's how it is very, very deceptive. And so that is the major prophetic day happens right here. And on that note, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders of GMS Ruel. Peace, salutations, and shalom.